In this video, I'm reviewing the NAKTO Skylark 2 e-bike, which is NAKTO's folding commuter e-bike that's designed for quick trips around town for a price that most people can afford. I'm going to go over the unboxing assembly process and go in depth on the build and features, and do an acceleration test, a braking test, a hill climb test, and a review on how it rides. There's a lot to cover, so let's get to it. So the bike comes in a very small bicycle shipping box, but it is pretty heavy, so make sure to be careful when moving, and if it's too heavy for you, I do recommend having someone help you move it. After opening, the bicycle is basically fully assembled, about 90%. All you have to do is remove all the packing foam and zip ties, unfold the bike, install the handlebars, seat, and the pedals. Include in the box the necessary tools, but oddly enough, there was no instruction manual. This is a pretty easy bike to put together, with the whole process only taking me about 15 minutes or so, with most of my time being spent cutting off the zip ties and removing the foam. You should have no problem putting the bike together yourself, regardless of your mechanical skill level. When I went through the bike, all the bolts were tight, and it powered up no problem. The Skylark 2 comes with a 500 watt brushless rear hub motor that's powered with either a throttle or pedal assist with a cadence sensor. It provides 5 levels of assist and assistance up to 18.6 miles per hour. Powering the bike is a removable 48 volt, 8 amp hour lithium battery that gets up to 20 miles using pedal assist and takes between 4 to 6 hours to charge. The brakes are mechanical disc brakes with 160mm rotors both in the front and in the rear. The bike comes with 16-inch wheels with street tires with a 2.125-inch width. For additional safety, there's a front headlight and rear tail light that illuminates when turned on, but it doesn't have a brake light functionality. There's also a rear rack that measures 9.5 by 5 inches. It can handle up to 100 pounds. But since the bike is compact, the rack is mainly designed for lighter loads for daily commuting and short trips. The bike also comes with a nice simple display that shows the battery life, assist mode, speed, gear mode, trip meter, and odometer. The Skylark 2 measures about 51 inches long, has a wheelbase of about 35 inches, a minimum seat height of 29 inches, a maximum seat height of 33 inches, a minimum handlebar height of 34 inches, and a maximum handlebar height of 38 inches. The bike weighs in at 59 pounds with the battery and 50 pounds without the battery. It has a max load of 250 pounds. The bike also folds up really easily. All you have to do is fold down the handlebars by flipping the safety switch and unlatching the lever. To fold the frame, you flip another safety switch, then unhook the latch and fold. When folded, the bike measures 29 inches by 24 inches by 20 inches, making it small enough to fit in mini cars. And at the time of this recording, you can pick up the Skylark 2 for $549 at NAKTO's website. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is to verify the speedometer accuracy of the NAKTO Skylark 2. I'm going to do it from each of the 5 speed settings. The first speed setting is level 1, which says 7.4 miles per hour. The app says 7, so it's perfect. Okay, so next we're going to check out speed level 2, which says 9.7, 9.8 on the bike, 9 on the app. Cool. Next is speed level 3, which is 11 miles per hour on the bike, and it says 10 on the app, so off by a little bit. Next is some speed level 4, which is 12.3-ish miles per hour, about 12 on the app. It's perfect. And last but certainly not least is the top speed level 5, which says 18.6 miles per hour, but the GPS says 17, so it is off by a tiny bit. So next thing we're gonna do is to check out the acceleration using only the throttle to the top speed of about 18.6 miles per hour. Here we go. Ready and go. 10, 15. We're topped out. Nice. Not too bad at all. So for the final results, the Skylark 2 went 0 to 10 miles per hour in 2.9 seconds, 0 to 15 in 5.4 seconds, and to the top speed of 18.6 miles per hour in 9.6 seconds. So the bike has a very smooth and linear power output. It does have a decent amount of torque that puts down in a very rider-friendly manner. So next thing we're going to do is to check out the hill climbing ability using only the throttle. We're in power level 5. This is about an 8 to 9% gradient. So far, so good. Doing 16 miles per hour. Pretty decent power. We're at 15. Have a 500-watt motor and it just powers up this hill. No problem. Let's do something a little bit steeper. Okay, so the next hill climb I'm gonna do is a max 15% gradient. I'm also in assist level 5. Right now we're about 12% or so, and we're down to 9 miles per hour. Okay. Still a 9. Oh my. Just gonna start pedaling, see what the power's like. Nice, very, very good power. Very, very good power. Cool, there we go, hill climb. So what I will say is that using only the throttle, depending on your weight, I'm about 180 pounds. You could probably do a 15% gradient. With my weight, I think pedaling's better. But when you do pedal, there is a lot of power. So 15%, pretty easy to pedal up. Next, I want to test out the braking distance from 3 different speeds. First is from 8 miles per hour, which is the speed limit on some of the college campuses in San Diego, which the bike did in 5.5 feet. Next was from 15 miles per hour, which is the top speed of some other college campuses I've seen online, and the bike stopped in 13 feet. And last was from the top speed of 18.6 miles per hour, which the bike stopped in 20.5 feet. So the brakes on the Skylark 2 are pretty good. They provide reliable stopping power with minimal drama and only slight skidding. So the last test is the ride comfort test, which in my opinion is the most important test for any electric bike. So I rode the bike around a lot during testing, through many neighborhoods and varying types of paved roads. The motor is really smooth and makes the bike easily accessible to many riders. It does have some decent torque, but nothing crazy. The rider is able to open the throttle wide open from a stop and not have to worry about the bike wheeling or flipping. But it does have a shorter wheelbase, so if you try to wheelie the front end, it will come up extremely easy. The ride of the Skylark 2 on the pavement is very smooth and comfortable. The front fork is able to mute out small bumps and cracks in the pavement. The bike doesn't have any rear suspension, but the seat does have some padding that helps minimize vibrations. But there are limitations to the comfort, since you do have road tires, they're only a little over 2 inches wide. So as long as you stay on smooth pavement, the ride is compliant. But if you get into some bumpy paths, then you can feel it in your back and your butt. The bike is surprisingly stable top speed. Now keep in mind, the top speed is only 18.6 miles per hour, and this bike has a short wheelbase, so I don't recommend going much faster than that, or the bike does get a little bit twitchy. Initially, I was worried about the comfort, since the bike is on the smaller side, but I really like the seating position. The rider sits upright, and having adjustable handlebar height really does help with the comfort. The seat doesn't go that high though, so I do wish they did have a longer seat post. But as long as you use the bike on smooth roads as intended, I think you'll be pretty happy with the ride. The one thing I did notice though, is that the pedals are very narrow, and the key on the battery sticks out a lot, so sometimes my foot would hit the key when pedaling. But as a whole, it's a surprisingly comfortable bike. So far through my extensive testing, the NAKTO Skylark 2 has held up extremely well to daily use. The motor is almost silent, it's extremely smooth, and has really good acceleration. It's able to cruise around at the top speed pretty easily, and there's no doubt that it could go faster if the throttle speed wasn't electronically limited. But since the bike is smaller, I think the 18.6 miles per hour is a good speed to limit the bike at. The drivetrain is a single speed, which does help maximize reliability and keeps the bike simple with less things they have to fiddle with. The only bad part is that it limits the speed that you can comfortably pedal the bike. I found that the bike is geared to pedal around a max of 13 miles per hour before you start to have a ghost pedaling feel. But most importantly, the gearing allows you to pedal some pretty steep hills pretty easily. The brakes are mechanical and do a really good job of stopping the bike. They're nothing crazy, but I appreciate that NAKTO put 160mm rotors to help with heat dissipation. Usually bikes at this price point have 140mm rotors, so the large rotors are a welcome addition. There is front suspension on the bike, which does help with ride comfort. Obviously, if you're on roads that have a lot of bumps and imperfections, you can definitely feel it, but the seat does have good cushioning, and I think most people will be happy with it. The last thing I want to discuss is the battery and the range. This battery is pretty small, only having a total capacity of 384 watt hours. The positive is that the battery is small, compact, and it's pretty light. The bad part is that range is on the lower side, especially when only using the throttle. In fact, when I only used the throttle during testing, I got about 11 miles out of the battery. But something you have to keep in mind though is that this bike is not designed to tackle long distances. It's designed for short rides where you need an agile bike with decent power and you can fold it up to have a small footprint. So in conclusion, I do like the Skylark 2. It's an e-bike that's pretty good power, keeps things simple and reliable, so the owner only has to worry about charging it and riding it. It's also very compact, so when it's folded, it's easy to store. The bike is also priced to keep it affordable for many people. To me, this is a perfect bike for either a college student or someone who lives in an apartment where you don't have a lot of room to store a bike. I do wish it had a little more range, but for shorter rides around town, it's perfect. But if you have any questions or own a Skylark 2 or another NAKTO bike and want to share your experience, please leave it in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great one.